Pronoun. What is pronoun? How many types of pronouns we have? How to use these pronouns, these words in our day-to-day life, in different sentences, and what kind of things we need to keep in our mind when we are using pronouns. Hello everyone, this is Pooja Roy and welcome back to my channel Online Shiksha Diksha. Online शिक्षा और वो भी बिल्कुल फ्री. मैं इंग्लिश ग्रामर और संस्कृत ग्रामर के वीडियोस लेकर आती रहती हूँ जो बच्चों के सिलेबस के अकॉर्डिंग है. आई हैव स्टार्टेड माई session from the basic level to the competitive level. So if you want to go for grammar and if you want to learn each and everything in grammar, so you should follow to my channel. You can subscribe to my channel and please press the bell icon. You're requested, if you like my video, don't forget to like and share to everybody. Now we are going to talk about a number of things about pronoun. What is a pronoun? What is a pronoun? If you go for this word pronoun, so you will find the word is actually noun and there is a prefix added before it and that is pro. Pro means place of. So what do you find? Pronoun means the word which is used in place of a noun or which is used instead of a noun. That word is known as pronoun. We have a number of examples of pronouns here, that is he, she, it, I, you, they, myself, themselves, and etc. So let's talk about what are the kinds of pronouns we have. First, we find that pronoun can be used as a subject and it can be used as an object as well. As a subject, how means? You know very well, when we went through the topic, sentences and subject and predicate, I taught you people that a sentence starts with a subject. Most of the time it happens that a sentence starts with a subject. Means here what we find. What is subject? A subject is a word which is doing the action. If you want to know more about subject, predicate and sentences, so you need to refer to my previous videos which having the detailed information about the types of sentences and the subjects. So here we find that the subject means a noun or a pronoun. When we talk about a pronoun, so we find a pronoun is used as a subject, means the sentence starts with a pronoun. Examples: I have a pen, she is sleeping, it is a nice pet. So what we find, all the sentences we found that we are starting with these words I, he, she, you, it, we and they. Have you ever seen that we are telling I am talking to he, I am playing with she? No and never. Here we find a great difference that the word which is used as a subject is not being used as an object. So you find I use the sentence I am talking to he instead of he, will find it is mentioned that it is better to write and it is the correct one as he is or I am talking to him. They are playing with her. So instead of the word she, we'll use her. Why? Because she is the subject form which can be used only as a subject and him or her is an object, so it can be used only as an object. We can never say that her is a girl. No, because we have to mention it she. So जिसका जो काम है उसको वही करने दीजिए. Subject should be there at the place of subject and object should be there in the place of an object only. So I think it's very clear that we call it as subject case, subject pronoun, and we call it as object case and object pronoun. Now we are going to talk about the kinds of pronoun. Let me tell you, there are more than 8 kinds of pronouns we have. So first kind of pronoun, let's start with. So now we'll talk about the first kind of pronoun, that is personal pronoun. You find here there is a hidden word, that is person. So when we talk about personal pronoun, actually it refers to persons. I'm not talking about person means people. No, not at all. We are talking about person means 3 types of persons. One is the first person, second is the second person, another one is the third person. So what we find, person means the 3 persons. First person, who is the first person? The first person is the speaker. Whosoever speaks is called the first person. For an example, I am speaking right now, so I am the first person. Coming to the second person. Who is the second person? It's undoubtedly you. Why? Because you are listening to me. I am talking to you, so what happens here? You are the second person. And what we are talking about here? We are actually talking about pronouns, right? So when we are talking about somebody, the third person, about whomsoever we are talking, that one is known as personal pronoun. So first, as we got to know about subject pronoun and object pronoun, they are actually the part of personal pronoun only. So here we find we are having three persons: first person, second person, and third person. Both the persons are categorized into two parts. One is singular form, another is a plural form. So what is the singular form here? We find I and we. So I and we are supposed to be there in first person. I is the singular number and we is the plural number. Let's go for the second person. So what we find? Second person is a listener, that is the you over here. So you is the singular person and you is again the plural number. How? Because if I'm talking to one student, then also I call it you, and if I'm talking to more than one, then also I'm telling you only. I'm using you only. So here we find singular and plural, both the cases, the word you is only to be used. When we go for third person may be a boy, then we use he. Third person may be a girl, so we use she. And third person may be any non-living thing. Third person may be a place. Third person may be an animal, bird, or anything. So in that situation, we will use it. So what we find here, that the first person we have I and we, second person you and you, and third person we have he, she, it, and their plural form is they. So what we find, this is going to be very easy for you. Now, here we talked about the subject pronoun. Let's talk about the object pronoun here. So here we find, if we are talking about me, then it will be us. Then you will be you only. Him, her, and it will be them. So what we find here, that these are the subject pronoun and the object pronoun. Now you have a question. I talked about the first column. I have talked about the third column. What is this, the second column? So don't worry. It's again, we'll talk about it, and it is the part of pronoun, and it is actually a kind of pronoun. So I'll let you know, but before that you have to understand I, me, mine, we, us, ours, you, yours, you, yours, he, him, his, it and it, she, her, hers, they, them, and theirs. What exactly it is? These are the different forms of the pronouns. One is a subject case, another is the object case, and third one is a surprise for you. The next kind of pronoun is possessive pronoun. As I told you, first row means we went through the table and I told you the first row is actually the subject case. Last row is the object case. And what is the second row? Means the middle one. So we find actually it is possessive pronoun. What is possessive? Possessive is coming from the word possession. Possession means ownership. It is the word which is talking about the ownership of something. So that is actually taken as possessive pronoun. So if you want to understand the meaning of possessive pronoun or any kind of pronoun, you need to focus on the kind of it. What you find? Person means personal, means person. Possessive means possession. So what do you find here? You have a number of words, and the words are only telling you what exactly kind of pronoun it is. So here we find possessive pronoun. Possessive pronouns are those pronouns that indicate possession or relationship. So here what those words are? The words are mine, ours, yours, his, hers, and theirs. Now you just see everywhere we have the word S. Ours, yours, hers, theirs. Now let me tell you one thing very important. How can we use them in a sentence? It becomes very important now. So you find most of the cases, and every time I have observed that possessive pronoun is used at the end of the sentence. This book is mine. That house is ours. Those books are yours. This pencil is his. And the dress is hers. The house is theirs. So all the cases what we find, possessive pronoun is coming at the last. Here we have reflexive pronoun. What is reflexive? Reflexive means reflection. Reflection of mine. If you come in front of a mirror, it is your reflection. And if we are coming in front of the mirror, it is our reflection. Reflexive pronoun talks about the reflection. So what exactly reflexive pronouns are? Reflexive pronouns are used when action performed by the subject reflects upon it. Means whosoever is the subject, again the mirror image of that comes to him. Means the word again comes back to the subject only. So what happens? I completed my work myself. I made the cake myself. My mother baked a cake herself. So what we find? Self, self and self. But this self is to be used only in singular number. Myself, yourself. Himself, herself. Itself. But when it is plural number, what will happen? It will be ourselves. Yes. It will be ourselves. S-E-L and V-E-S to be followed here. S here. So here what we find, when it is plural number, so you know very well F becomes V-E-S. So it will be S-E-L and V-E-S to be added to make it plural. So it will be ourselves, yourselves, themselves. So whenever we find it's the subject is I, the reflexive pronoun will be myself. Subject is you. The reflexive pronoun will be yourself. If you is plural number, so we'll mention it you and yourselves. We and ourselves. It goes that way. So reflexive pronoun is what? Which shows a reflection performed by the subject. Means whatever is the work being performed, that work is only performed by the subject. Now we are going to talk about emphatic pronoun. What is an emphatic pronoun? Emphatic pronoun, again you find the word is coming emphasis, emphasizing on something. So what is emphatic pronoun? Emphatic pronoun actually emphasizes on the subject. Here you may have a question. That reflexive pronoun also, S-E-L-F, means herself, myself, yourself. And emphatic pronoun also having herself, myself, yourself. How can we find out the difference between emphatic pronoun and reflexive pronoun? So let me tell you, don't worry at all. Why? Because here you find reflexive pronoun. When we went through the sentence, you must have noticed that reflexive pronoun, the word myself came at the last. I completed my work myself. When you talk about emphatic pronoun, I myself completed it. Means somebody is emphasizing on himself or herself that she herself has completed it. Means emphasizing, pointing out towards herself or myself or yourself. So when somebody is emphasizing upon something, that is emphatic pronoun. So what just we need to understand. So just we need to understand the difference between the uses of reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun, because the examples are absolutely same. Just how to use it and how do you understand it, that makes a difference. Coming to the next kind, interrogative pronoun. What is an interrogative pronoun? So we find undoubtedly interrogative means asking questions. When somebody is asking a question, that is called interrogative pronoun. But let me tell you, interrogative is the word which is asking the question. But we should never forget that any word which is asking a question can never be an interrogative pronoun, because it is talking about a pronoun only, and which is being replaced a noun, okay, which is actually replacing a noun. So always remember, we have a limited number of interrogative pronoun, and what those words are: who, whom, whose, which, and what. Only 5 interrogative pronouns are there. Always remember, there are only 5 interrogative pronouns. Don't take where and how, because they are also asking question. Not at all. Interrogative pronouns are only 5: what, whom, whose, who, and which. But the question comes, why only 5 words? Because who is there? A cat, because it is talking about a cat there. Which is your pencil, or which is your item? So we are talking about a particular pencil over here. So we are talking about a noun which is being replaced by a pronoun. So always remember, interrogative pronouns are only 5, and they are actually talking about only 5 words which are asking the questions. And always remember one more thing: pronoun which is replacing a noun, pronoun which is replacing a noun will never come with a noun. Always remember, it will never come with a noun, because it is replacing the pronoun. Undoubtedly, if one president is replacing the another president, both the people cannot be the presidents, no? The same applies. The word which is replacing a noun, it will never be with a noun. So here you can find, whose is this pen? Whose is the word which is an interrogative pronoun. Why? Because it is coming with the word is. It's not coming with a noun. Which of these is your book? Here again you find it is coming with the word is. It is not coming with a noun. So always keep in mind, interrogative pronouns are only 5, and they are the limited one only. Okay, so hope you people understood it well. Now we are going to start with the next kind of pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun means demonstrates. Demonstrates means points out something. So when you talk about demonstrative pronoun, you find which is pointing out something, which is demonstrating something, or you can say showing something. So the word which is demonstrating something, or pointing out something, or showing something, that word is known as demonstrative pronoun. Now you people just check, how many words are demonstrative pronoun? Only 4. Yes, they are only 4 and not more than that. Yes, only 4. And what is that? This, that, these, and those. Means you people might have studied about this, the use of this, that, these, those from class KG, if I'm not wrong, right? So undoubtedly you people have learnt about it from the beginning. But always remember, here we have to be very careful, because sometimes when we become overconfident, yes, I know the use of this, that, these, those, then you will not commit any mistake. But it is only the reason I have observed from my experiences that the students are committing a mistake in this one only. Why? Because they are overconfident. Don't be. Just keep one thing in mind, that pronoun never comes with a noun. As demonstrative pronoun this, that, these, those will never come with a noun. Here you just see, those who are late will not be allowed to enter. Those is the demonstrative word, undoubtedly, but is it coming with the word noun? No. Those who are. So it's not coming with a noun. But if you say, those books are mine, it is never a demonstrative pronoun. Why? Here it is mentioned those books. No. How come those comes with a noun, books? Not possible, no? So that word will not be demonstrative pronoun. What that word will be, I'll talk about it in the next video. Right? Now, so hope you understood that you are not going to commit mistake in demonstrative pronoun in identifying demonstrative pronoun, because demonstrative pronoun does never come with any noun. Okay, now let's proceed for the next kind of pronoun. Relative pronoun. What is relative pronoun? Which is showing the relationship. That's it. Again, you find here we have 5 to 6 relative pronouns. What, which, who, whom, and whose. Oh my God. Again, there is a match with interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronouns are also these 5 and relative pronouns also here. But yeah, we have one more extra, that is that. But there is a great difference. Interrogative pronoun, the sentence starts with the interrogative word and it ends in a question mark. A relative pronoun, you find it is not ending in a question mark because it is not asking a question. It is telling you the relationship. Let's go for the example. The man who stole her purse has run away. Is the sentence starting with the word who? No. Is the sentence ending with the question mark? No. So undoubtedly, here is the word who, which is showing the relationship. It is actually telling more about the subject. Who is the man and who has run away? The man who stole her purse has run away. The dog which I bought was expensive. Again, you see, the word is which, and the sentence is not starting with the word which, and even it is not ending in question mark. Relative pronoun shows a relationship, and interrogative pronoun is asking a question. Distributive pronoun. Distributive pronoun? What is it? To distribute something. Do I need to distribute the chocolates? No way. I'm not talking about the distribution of chocolates, but yeah, I'm talking about the distribution of pronouns, distribution of things, distribution of people. Everyone is happy. Each boy has got a toffee. Both the children are playing in the garden. So what we find, distributive pronoun represents people or things taken as a whole or in a separate group. When we talk about whole, means whole, all the boys, both the children. For separate, everyone means here you find every, each, either, neither. So what do you find? All these words are known as distributive pronoun where the things have been distributed. Neither is acceptable as a solution. Means one person gave a solution and none of the solution is acceptable. So it was told neither is acceptable as a solution. So now it is told out of 2, none of them have been accepted. Okay, this is called distributive pronoun. Reciprocal pronoun. Reciprocal means which talks about reciprocal, opposite back to each other. Means we can say back to opposite one. Here we find reciprocal pronoun refers to an action going one direction and also back in opposite direction, which goes and comes back. So what we find here, each other. We will talk to one another. We will give the chocolate to each other. So coming to me and coming back to other and again coming back to me. So that is known as reciprocal. 2 words here we have, each other, one another. So what happened? The speaker and the listener means the first person and second person. It applies to the first person first, second person then, and again it comes back to the first person. We should care for each other means I will care for you and you will care for me. So what happens? It is coming back to me as well. If I take care of you, you have to take care of me. That is called reciprocal pronoun. Indefinite pronoun. Indefinite means nobody knows about it. That's only known as indefinite. No, something which is not definite. That is indefinite pronoun. So what is that indefinite pronoun? Refers to the things or people whose number is not known in the general way. Someone knocked the door. Everybody is absent today. Nobody is interested in his lies. Means we are not sure about whom we are talking. And we are not sure that who is knocking the door. So when we are not knowing who that person is or who that thing is, we call it indefinite pronoun. So indefinite pronoun is everybody, nobody, someone, anyone, everyone. So I hope you people understood what the kind of pronouns we have. Let's go for the recap of it. Okay, so we talked about the different kinds of pronoun and what those pronouns are. We talked about personal pronoun, reflexive pronoun, reciprocal pronoun, indefinite pronoun, demonstrative pronoun. We talked about distributive pronoun, interrogative pronoun, and indefinite pronoun. If you have understood it well, why don't I take your test now? So let's go for that. Find out the pronouns. I have given a sentence here. This is my pen, which is red in color. I myself bought it from the market. This is the statement given by one person and you have to identify the pronouns from this one. Let's find it out. And let me check where you are able to find out the pronouns or not. First, should be your task? Your task should be, first you have to identify which are the pronouns here. After that you find that which kind of pronouns those are. And the answer is this, which, I, myself and it. These are all the words which are pronouns. Have you committed a mistake in making my as a pronoun? Is it? Don't try. Don't try. And if you have done so, just try to understand. My, this word my, if you find this word my, is never a pronoun because it is coming with the word pen, and pen is a noun. As I told you, that pronoun does never come with a noun. So here you find, if you have committed mistake, finding my as a pronoun, it's your mistake. So don't try to commit it. And how to find it out? It's very easy to find because my is coming with a noun, so it will not at all be a pronoun. So let's see this. It will be demonstrative pronoun, which is what? It is a relative pronoun because it is not asking a question. Next is I. So easy, no? I is personal pronoun. Myself, I myself means it is emphatic pronoun. And the last one we find it, I myself bought it. It is personal pronoun and having the object case of it because here it has been used as an object. So here is the most awaited part of this session, and what exactly it is? It is practice work. Yes. Let's check your knowledge. But I tell you, I will not give you the answer. No way. You people, please find out the answer and write in the comments section. Yes, write in the comment section and let me know how much did you understand about pronouns and what you did not understand about pronoun. If you have any doubt related to pronouns, please write in the comment section mentioning hashtag Pooja Roy or mentioning hashtag online Shiksha Diksha. I will immediately get back to you and I will make sure that all the doubts which you have related to pronouns, I'll definitely clear all of them. So I'm waiting for your answer, everybody. This is practice work 2. So what you people have to do? Go for practice work 1, answer all the questions. Go for practice work 2, answer all the questions. And I'll check whether your answers are correct or not. And in the next session, I will let you know what your answers were, means how your answers were, whether your answers were correct or not. So if you want to go for the answer of these questions, please wait for my next video and I'll let you know what the answer of these 2 practice works are. If you find any mistake, you can again write it in the comment section in the next video and this video as well. So how was my video? Was the topic informative for you? Did it provide you some kind of knowledge? Did you get to know something new about pronoun? Undoubtedly, yes. And if you understood this topic well, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Even if you have liked it, press the like, means click the thumb and share with each and every person you find having difficulty in. You can share with your friends, you can share with your family members, you can share with your brother, sister and cousins whom you find they are coming to that level and they are here to study about pronoun. So when you talk about it, when you go through it and you are getting benefited, it's good for me that you write in the comment section and share with each and every person. Thank you so much for watching.